When it comes to smartphones, there are two main operating systems, Apple iOS and Google Android. If you've been using an iOS device for years, you may be considering making the switch to Android. Before you make the leap, there are a few things you should know about the differences between the two operating systems. Number 1. User interface differences. The first thing to note is that both iOS and Android have their advantages and disadvantages, depending on your needs. iOS is known for its simple user interface, while Android offers more customization options. Each OS also has different app stores with different apps available. Apple's App Store is well stocked with high-quality apps, while Google Play lacks some of the more popular options found in Apple's store. Number 2. App availability. Another important factor to consider when making the switch from iOS to Android is compatibility between devices. While most major apps are available on both platforms, some may not work as well or be completely unavailable when switching from one OS to another. It's always important to check compatibility before making any major changes so that you don't lose access to any of your favorite apps or services. Number 3. Data transfer issues. In addition, switching from one OS to another can be difficult because of data transfer issues. Both Apple and Google offer ways to transfer data from one platform to another, but they don't always work perfectly, so it's important to research these methods ahead of time if data transfer is a priority for you when making the switch from iOS to Android. Number 4. Cost. Finally, an important factor in deciding whether or not switching from iOS to Android makes sense for you is cost considerations. Generally speaking, iPhones tend to cost more than comparable Androids, so if budget constraints are a factor, then that could be something worth considering when weighing your options between these two operating systems. At the end of the day, there's no right or wrong answer when it comes down to choosing which OS works best for your needs. Much of it depends on what features matter most and what kind of device fits in your budget best. But by being aware of all these key differences between iOS and Android before making a switch can help ensure that whatever decision you make turns out best for you in terms of cost savings and overall satisfaction with your new device.